Hi guys, how are you doing? So let's jump in right towards like what is happening specifically on the Tuesday, that is 28th of Jan, and all of the time that you can see here for the data is basically based on the New York time zone, that is Eastern Standard Time. So at 8:30 a.m. in the morning, we would be having the USD data for the uh, which are for the durable goods, and we've discussed that in our weekly stream as well. And secondly, we at 10 a.m. we have our consumer confidence at 10 a.m. for the USD data. That would be really important data specifically, and this would be also an important data that would be giving us a good move. Secondly, with the Nvidia share falling around about like 14%, wiping around like 500 million, I guess, from the so in that case, S&P composite would be a really important, and this is Richmond manufacturing index that is also important, that will be coming out. And then in the evening time at around 7:30 we would be having like the CPI data, that is more based on Sydney session right here. So good enough important data that are being released tomorrow. So most probably the working hour would be around about like 8 o'clock to, or maybe around like 7 o'clock would be the good time to work till 12 p.m. And after that we can get some kind of like a good move, and we were getting deep into the charts after that, like what are the scenarios and how things are actually developed. And as we know that there's a lot of changing happening, and decisions are made specifically from the USD, from the US, United States of America. So things are pretty moving fast, and sometimes it is difficult to take trades in that kind of sessions, although there is opportunities. But we need to understand that market are changing a lot based on the decision makings. So now we understand that after this move, we have been like pretty much discussing that after the price went down, went up, the trend has almost like shifted to a bearish scenario right here. And even from this point, it was like a good confirmation that the trend has actually shifted. And after that, price couldn't form a higher high from this point and even went further down. Price tried pushing back from this side. This was around about like Friday, but couldn't, but really failed to go back up, making any kind of sort of higher high, and price went down. And after that, price went up from this point, and it is kind of like breaking the structure right here. So seems like things are getting turned around for the uh, dollar right now, and I currently see it as a bullish, but the criteria has to be met first. Most importantly, like we can see that there is a gap out here, and a lot of charts I've just like witnessed that there is gap. There are certain CFD charts which doesn't have that gap. So let's see how things actually would run. But we can clearly see there is a break of the structure first time here, and this is a scenario like the prices are coming down, for example, and price actually like broke above this point right here. So let's see that if the prices go in the range and break on the upper side, there could be another scenario that prices went down, broke the structure like that, can go back down, take the hunt the stop loss around these points, and then go up back up like that. So there are different kind of scenarios that actually can happen. And similarly, like the prices went down, went up, went back down, and after going down, what ended up happening is prices went up, unable to form a higher high, and again prices can go down like that. So these are different kind of like setups that I can actually like think of right now. But we need to see that what is visually happening, and that is more important for us rather than like developing any sort of predictions right now. So we knew that price went down, went up, and broke the structure around this point. From this level, pull back to exactly to the level to level trade right here, push back down, and after that price opened. When the price opened for the Tuesday, that would be like around about like 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, when the Sydney session starts and Asian session actually like uh, take over too. So there's a overlap of the session, and we got this kind of like a gap in here. So let's see that how this gap actually like either get filled up, and although like with the current scenario right here, I do believe that price can come back down there and then can go show us some kind of like moves on the upper side. So this candle right here is kind of like confusing us in a sense that although although it seems to be like a good zone right here, if we see 1 hour, we do have this zone right here that is good enough, and we see like there is a reaction that is happening. So not sure about like you would be keeping this level like that, or just want to put a line right now. So in that case, if we just kind of like place a single line, how actually it looks if you place it right here, because if the price gonna break, it's gonna break the full zone right there. So let's move everything and keep it simple like that. Let's see that how things actually run in this kind of scenario, although we have like a good swing from this point as well. So eventually price reaching to that level. On the other hand, guys, the thing is that we can actually place our alert so that we can actually witness although like we see that this is a good break on the upper side, so this small candle won't be making much difference, but I was long in our trade, and I just kind of like closed it because the way the price actually is holding the level but in profit, so not a problem for me. I want to place it on high, that is 192. So this is what we are kind of like looking at right now. So here like a 1 to 3 pattern that developed, pushed back, continued, and after that we got a break. So most probably like the things can seems like that for the further move. Secondly, what I specifically like, I don't want to like rush in with the lines on my chart, so that let's play it like that, and we can like later on like witness how things run, although still looks bullish. There are twice gaps that have been developed right here. One gap around about like 65 pip gap, and again we got a gap, pull dollar open in quite a good bullish formation. And if we kind of compare it with the durable goods, and with all the scenarios out here and the consumer confidence and everything, except the Richmond Manufacturing Index, everything seems to be like bringing a positive impact on the data on the for the United States. So seems like it's good, but we need to have a good reaction. But overall, what we're gonna see is that the price is like literally filled up like that and broke the structure right now. So let's see that either that we can get a reaction around like 50% of this range, or we can get a reaction around this point based on this level. So let's see. But I currently like am supporting that the structure has been like shifting, but we have to like see it later on that how it actually works. Moving further to USD CAD right here, it's still in the zone right here that we have drawn around this point. This was a range, but this range is kind of like now a historical data that actually doesn't matter much. But the overall situation is that price has like formed a smaller range after this huge range. So kind of like really a really a situation that uh, is it's so much difficult to trade, specifically USD CAD. When it comes to USD CAD right here, um, there has been like a certain times that like you see that price actually broke above, and then even like below, stopping out everybody. See, this is a stop loss, and this is a stop loss, and people who were like selling around this point got stopped out, and people who were further selling for it got like stopped out by the buyers, and people who were buying got stopped out by the sellers. So well, both sides got stopped out here, and that is really important that this seems like a new range has started here and went up, peak formation, and then like a middle range that is being developed right now. I'm a bit curious that why my alerts weren't triggered. I wanna see. Yeah, so I wanna like I want to replace my alert in USD CAD. Overall, we talk about the structure seems to be like in a difficult range situation right now, and so difficult to tell that where the price gonna actually break out. But overall, it seems like if we kind of like, although we do have like a demand zone right here, you see price come back down, pushed back up, again came back down, pushed on the upper side like that, and can eventually break like that on the upper side. We are getting a certain kind of reaction that is kind of like we do have a small liquidity grab that occurred around this point, so that can act as a magnet to push the prices on the upper side eventually like to this level. So in that scenario, I actually want to like remove this currently, and I want to place uh, above here at 68 level, so that it can give me a better understanding that how things are running. Secondly, I want to remove this level and place it right here. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna place it right there because I feel like prices most likely would be breaking on the upper side from this point right here. We can see right here that prices has shown us some of the strength right here, and you can see on the other hand that prices are like unable to make a lower lows right here. So seems like things are like can just move on the upper side like that. Most probably this would be a situation, this could be our first target, and then we can hold till this point. After price taking that point, we have to like decide our next level. Most probably like it would be super far. That isn't like portrayed in the chart right now. But this is what it actually looks like. We need to move further. USD CHF. USD CHF has been like in a bullish trend. We can see right here from this point, prices started turning around, moving further downside, came back down, pushed back, pushed further on the downside, taking, sweeping everybody, breaking the structure around this point. So most likely that things can continue for further downside like that. But the way the prices has actually developed this, prices couldn't like break the structure from this point. So overall it seems to be a bit difficult situation in that sense to say that either it's like a totally bullish, but if the prices gives some kind of friction around this point, break the structure like that, can come back down, break the structure again, and then we can actually take a position after that. So there's a lot of the ground to be covered right now, but we are getting a reaction around this point. Secondly, you see like this was a clear break. I'm gonna make it more clear for you guys that this is a clear break that occurred. And now, although like from the classical charting pattern that prices should be like coming back down there like straight, but based on this small candle, the things aren't as clear as they should have been. So we can't say anything right now, but still work in progress as there. USD similar structure right here. Right here we got another move on the downside with this small range. So this is another range that has been developed like that. Prices broke the structure on the downside, went back into the order block right here, first attempt. Things can come back, prices can come back down there to this point. So what I'm trying to make a point that if this is a bullish structure that has been like trying to shift from this order block, so price coming back to this point can give us a move like that on the upper side and continue further to retest this liquidity out there. Because of this engulfing out here right here, we do have a good amount of strength in the dollar for a while. So let's remove this level so that we can actually like study it well. Similarly, on the other hand, like if we keep this level as well, it's not like interfering in any sort of. On the other hand, Euro USD, you see that this is this was the this was the high that was taken out with this kind of like corrective move after the sell-off happened. Price went down, went back up, formed a double top, pushed back further down, breaking these lows. After that, the structure got changed, and this was a really important move of the first economic form debate from the Trump. At this moment, I was expecting the price to reach on the downside, but they kind of like stopped the price from there and pushed on the upper side further, making a continuation of the higher highs and higher lows. And after that, this is the first time that we had like a break from this point, and now prices is holding like on the order block. This doesn't mean that it has like becoming a sell structure for a while, because the thing is that price to become on the sell structure, we have to have a proper break. Let me show you. If this is the structure right here, price is unable to form a high, prices went down, but it could be going down just because in order to take or to stop the losses, to take the stop losses or hunting the stops, and again can be pushed on the upper side like that. So if we are thinking like in a sense that dollar euro is like exactly at the order block right now. Oh, this is an important order block in a sense that this was the point of the breakout for the upper side. So in that case, much likely price can be pushed on the upper side like that. So if the price can be pushed on the upper side like that, so these yen pairs and Swiss pairs specifically would give us a reaction. But in euro, we are getting a good reaction right now. And if we see on 1 hour, we are getting a phase, but it's really important for the price specifically to take out these levels and then break out further like that. This could be our first target as well. Let's see. But overall, like it seems really promising right now. But still difficult to say in a sense that the way the dollar opened specifically, like with the bigger break on the upper side. And if we can get a reaction around these levels or around like these levels, we can expect a move on the downside further in continuation, making the swings of like a head and shoulder pattern right here and pushing the price down. Let's see that how this gap on DXY can get filled in order to get a better move. Secondly, we can place our alert right above here or even below there. No, we should place it above there so that we can get some kind of extreme value. So in case like if the price goes up and forms this kind of structure, get ready to sell. This could be the first target, this could be your second target. Moving further to Euro GBP. Euro GBP kind of like we have been like continuously discussing that you see the intensity is getting reduced, and this was the point specifically like this was the point where we cannot see that price is unable to make a higher high right here, and instead higher low as well, but instead it made like a range and went down there, broke the structure, pushed back up. This was the trade which I kind of like tried to take it, but this secondly it was like this kind of like the move with these big candles out here kind of made me to stop out my trade. So the reaction which I actually got around here was difficult. So price went down, again pushed back up, low hanging fruit trade from this point and went further down. And right now prices are like couldn't even like break this level, and seems like they are still interested in pushing the prices on the upper side to retest this level around here. Remember, this is so early, guys, that you have to wait till London session in order for this perfect executions. So we see right here, this is a euro odd that it has been like after this move, the prices are in the range. Although we have gotten like certain breaks on the downside further, but we can see that prices has taken the most important stuff right now is that prices has taken this point. If the prices fail to form a higher high and comes back within the range, and breaks this level, specifically this breaker block right here, we can expect to move on the downside from this point. But there is enough of waiting right now that is required. Similar structure in Euro and ZD, although it is quite on the top towards the and we do have a level up there, but I just don't want to like put it right now until I kind of like understand that the structure has been like fully shifted. But we are getting a reaction right now from this point. Similarly to euro odd, we were getting on in euro odd, we were getting a reaction from this point above as well. But it seems like the prices can push on the downside further because of these breaks, and similarly because of these breaks in NZDs right here, and because of this break, although the prices seems to be like bullish from this point breaking this level, but if the price is unable to like close above that point, can give us a opportunity to sell this position, taking the first profits around here and then there. EuroCAD, this is the kind of like swings that we are looking at. Well, although the prices were, when we started discussing that, we saw how the prices kind of like turned around, and after turning around we just saw price gave us a push, came back down, broke the structure, giving us swings that are like really small. And at this point there was like a good breakout, price broke out, pulled back, and after that it's like moving on the upper side, and right now it's coming down. So let's see, we might get a reaction around this to continue the move on the upper side, but it's not enough clear because there is a lot of data that is pending specifically related to CAD. So right now we need to like see that from this low to this high, and then prices went up, but right now we can see a structure break. So we have to wait till how the price actually reacts around this point. There might be opportunity on the upper side, and then again price can go on the downside like that, forming a double failed bottom on the top. Euro JPY, it's bit in a scenario in the range. Although we have like the range on the upper side, we got a break around that point, but this is the kind of like a spot that is being developed right now. Until unless like we just reach up there and then continued further, then we can actually look for more better opportunities rather than like now. Euro Swiss, although there is some kind of reaction, but the problem with Euro Swiss was that like after this breakout, I wasn't expecting this kind of deep pullback, but it happened just because to take out all these people who were like buying around that point. And right now prices are in a small range. GBP USD, the similar structure, which we can actually like see prices are unable to form the highs, failed to make a high, went back down, broke the structure. If the prices break the structure, comes back up to this order block, started going on the downside, then we can expect a move on the downside further. But still it's bullish right now. GBP odd, great move guys, and we have been like continuously been on the on our checklist that to see euro odd, and we just saw there's a break, and after that the prices has like unfolded in like a continuation move on the upper side with really small swings, and really difficult to capture, so it's nothing to worry about. Let's see how the prices reacts around the upper high above there. Really curiously want to see that. GBP NZD, GBP seems to be really strong right now, more than euro, so it's just there's a breakout that happened around this point, and now prices are like moving. GBP CAD, a difficult structure, but could be like full of opportunities. GBP JPY, what we see right now is that price is moving on the downside, further downside, then break of the structure, then again a break right here. So really important. This is a first break. This is our second break that happened, and you see right here this break. This was a break, but this break is important. This was like a resistance up here, and now it turned into the support, and then we saw the reaction price came back exactly around about like 99% here, forming a double bottom, and then price pushed on the upper side. It can literally give us a move like that. If it kind of like starts selling, this could be the target, and this could be another target. But let's see that how price actually unfolds itself. It's so early to like talk about this stuff. We got a good reaction from this order block, and prices went up, but couldn't like seems like they're failing around these points. We can see wicks, we can see like three candles that are fading in the structure. AUD seems to be like taking the bullish move after like a long time right here, pulled back deep, went on the way continuation based on like the Trump speaks on the economic forum, and then again the price went down. Right now price is standing up below there. I want to remove this. I want to remove this either, and let's see that we can use it above here to mark fresh highs. For Australian dollar, if kind of like prices hold around this point, we can expect a move on the upper side like that. So this is a small break that has occurred, but the real time break would be around this point. If the price starts breaking this level and then went up, reaching to this order block right here, we can actually expect a move on the downside then. Not much into it, guys. Either you see prices are unable to form the highs. Seems like structure is bending around. AUD CAT is the only player that has given us a good long reversal move, and I think this could be it. I want to remove this. This is a big turn around that we actually looked at. Sellers are actually taking out, but it could be more in the terms of like stop loss hunt around this point, and prices can continue on the upper side like that. If you see 1 hour right here, we can see that the reactions isn't that great either for the buy signal. AUD JPY has like been acting around good around this demand zone like that. Not much, guys, in there. Let's see. Wait for those levels. NZD USD right here broke the structure. Clear break. This was support. Right now it was resistance right there, and now it's like support that broke around that point, we got some of the reaction where prices went down. Let's see that if prices continue on the downside like that, or either like breaking this structure can give us an opportunity on the upper side. And we do have a clear zone above till this level. So if we just kind of like grab this small move, it's like really good move either. NZD CAD still bullish, giving a one candle right now. NZD JPY. By the way, for NZD JPY or Euro JPY, JPYs are good pairs right now to work on. It can just come back and continue towards the upper side like that. NZD CHF reaction around the order block. Around this order block, we're getting the reaction right now. CAD JPY. This could be the opportunity, guys, that we see prices went down, went up, broke the structure around this point, unable to make highs around that point. Price went down, dumped hard, and now we can see that this is a good reaction that is happening. I want to really note it down because of we can look at the end of the stream. So we not like see it. Similar structure right here. Structure has been like shifted around that point, and now price went up. There's a reaction that is happening around this point. This is JPY. Not much either, but we got like a good swings. Prices then actually went up, pulled back, went up. Certain times prices tried to reject, but went down there to this order block, right here, and still we see a failing pattern: one touch, two touch, and three touch, and we see like the continuity is continually being decreased. Seems like things can go on the downside for the CHF JPY, and that's it. So before we leave, guys, I want to like look at the yens. USD JPY has started giving us a reaction around that point of this order block, but it's quite early, like even like to trigger the position because we do have like a break around this. Euro JPY is similarly giving a reaction. CAD JPY, AUD JPY is still giving us a reaction within the range. CAD JPY is still like had a breakout, but right now price is selling in the reaction. So this is one of the most beautiful structure right now. So that's it, guys. Anyway, just a general because we had like a detailed analysis on our weekly analysis chart, but for now I think we need to wait until like the price actually develops itself. I don't currently like believe that price would be like coming all the way down, but let's see. Anyway, guys, thank you very much.